Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the bishops, the elders, the great millstone. Shalom, mercy, and safety to all of the Akim on the highways and byways, preaching the word in sincerity and in truth, and a healthy shalom to the elect. My name is Rawai, and I'm back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, it is edifying. All right, this will be quick. I wanted to play a video that I seen on IG from the World Economic Forum, the WEF, speaking about the digital ID. Now, it plays on my iPhone. It's not playing on this Samsung for whatever reason. So I'm just going to play it. And I'll be going into clearly what you see on the screen. All right. All roads lead to the MOTB, as prophesied in Revelation 13. All roads lead there. Like I said, this will be quick. I just wanted to put this on wax because we're close. We're close. We gonna continue to push this prophecy that we see playing out on the planet Earth. We see all the technology, the phones, the smart watches, the watches. They got rings that they put on you that track you, that deal with your heart rate. They got devices. Man, listen, all of the technology, what they're doing in the airports, it is all leading toward the MOTB, the mass implementation of the MOTB. And the latest thing that we've been hearing about in the past few months is these countries adopting the digital ID. Now, I'm going to play this video and make a couple points, bring these precepts out and prove, okay, that all this is the ushering in of prophecy. All right, so let me play it. Lord willing, it picks up. I don't know how on one phone it says the video is removed, but on the iPhone it's not. So that's just Satan, but we're gonna get it done anyway through the Spirit. All right, so here we go.
To anonymity on social media. In our countries, no one can walk the streets with a mask on their face or drive a car without a license plate. No one can send packages without showing an ID or buy a hunting weapon without giving their name. And yet, we are allowing people to roam freely on social networks without linking their profiles to a real identity. This paving the way for misinformation, hate speech, and cyber harassment, because it is facilitating the use of bots and it is allowing people to act without being held accountable for their actions. Such an anomaly cannot continue. In a democracy, citizens have the right to privacy, not to anonymity or impunity, because with those two, social coexistence would be impossible. That is why I believe we must push forward the principle of pseudonymity as the functioning element of social media and force all these platforms to link every user account to an European digital identity wallet. This way, citizens could use nicknames if they want, but in the case of a crime, public authorities would be able to connect those nicknames to real people and hold them responsible. Because accountability is not an obstacle to freedom of speech. It is an essential complement to it.
Hey. All right, so this guy, he said a mouthful. And I'm going to play it again. But I just want to break down a couple of things that he said. He's speaking about, in layman's terms, they want to roll out this digital ID so they can basically identify everybody. So nobody has the freedom to be anonymous on social media. They know the majority of the world has a social media account. So what a better way to link and propose this digital ID. All right. And it's all, again, gradualism. It's all, they're doing it for the sake of convenience. He's speaking about if a crime happens, right? And the people fall for it. The people fall for this shit. Okay? He says citizens can have the right to privacy, but not anonymity or impunity, right? So, these devils, man, they're just devils, and they get up there with this speech and they make it seem as if, it's all good. We're doing this to better the world and to better the country and to better. It's all roads leading to the MOTB, man. All right, if you can't see it, the Lord ain't dealing with you straight up. Nothing else to say about it. All right, so I want to get this word that he used too, really quick. Let me get this word. Let's get out of here. Let me pull up this word. He used pseudonymity. All right. Let me get the proper context and what he used it. Yep, there it goes. It says pseudonymity is the use of a pseudonym, false name, nickname, as he says, to create a disguised online or public identity, which the true identity is known to the individual, but not to the general public. So again, he's speaking about ending pseudonymity. They don't want people to be able to be on these sites and not be identifiable for what they say, so they can be held accountable for if a crime or something happens, which again, we know that's just the language that they're using. It's all bullshit, because they could catch your ass they could trace you anyway. So that's BS, right? This is really all about getting everybody that digital ID. Okay, that's one step closer to that actual mark, because once they have everybody with the digital IDs, it's a much easier transfer to the actual R to the F to the I to the D micro C hip that they're going to inject in you. It makes perfect sense. But these devils ain't slick. All right. It says it differs from anonymity because it allows for a consistent, recognizable persona that can be used for interaction while still concealing a person's legal name. All right. Degree of privacy depends on how many other personal details are linked to the pseudonym. Okay. Yeah, that's it, man. Identity is partially concealed. The true identity is hidden from the public, but an individual knows who they are. The individual knows who they are. This is a key difference from anonymity. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to play this one more time because he said a mouthful. Get the precepts.
On social media. In our countries, no one can walk the streets with a mask on their face or drive a car without a license plate. No one can send packages without showing an ID or buy a hunting weapon without giving their name. And yet, we are allowing people to roam freely on social networks without linking their profiles to a real identity. This paving the way for misinformation.
That's another thing he said, right? Misinformation. Watch what he says next.
Hate speech and cyber harassment.
Yo, these devils are crazy, yo. Right? So now we gotta get everybody connected to their social media handles, right? So we could avoid hate speech, okay? crime. These devils ain't shit, man. They're corny as hell.
Because it is facilitating the use of bots, and it is allowing people to act without being held accountable for their actions. Such an anomaly cannot continue.
Yeah, so why do you think they're doing this? You think they give a damn about the people? No, this is about them and their control over the people.
In a democracy, citizens have the right to privacy, not to anonymity or impunity. Because with those two, social coexistence would be impossible. That is why I believe we must push forward the principle of pseudonymity as the functioning element of social media, and force all these platforms to link every user account to an European digital identity wallet.
Force. He said force. Let's play that again.
The functioning element of social media, and force all these platforms to link every user account to an European digital identity wallet.
Force every social media platform to have these users linked to the digital ID. Okay? That's why we must force them. That's what he said. And you see, let me get the precept real quick. We heard enough. Let me get the precept. This is let me go get it. Let me go get these devils, man. Hey, but it's all right. We're gonna keep exposing them for who they are. All right, they're supposed to do exactly what they're doing, be the devil, and be deceivers. All right. So this is Psalms 55 and 21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords." All right. So this guy's up here at the WEF speaking, smooth words. Like, yeah, this is going to help fight hate speech. This is going to help solve crime. We want to make sure people are not doing illegal things behind the scenes with nicknames and being anonymous. No, war's in his heart, man. This is total control. This is about total control. Being able to track and trace everything that happens and everything that shakes out here. All right? That's what this is about. All right? Psalms 55 and 21 again. "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords." All right? So they standing up there, again, doing these speeches, just rocking people to sleep, because a lot of people are going to be with this shit anyway, right? Because they don't understand what's behind it. Nah, this is a cool dude, man. He's just, I understand why they want to do that, bro. Yeah, and people are really with it anyway for the sake of convenience. Anyway, like they want to get rid of all of the wallets, the regular wallets with the credit cards. People want simplicity, which we all do to a certain extent, but not what these devils are imposing. All right. Yeah, let's keep going. Let me get this. Classic precept. Let me get this. This is this thing is moving pretty smooth now, which is good. All right. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." Okay. His schemes, his lies, his trickery. Okay. The smooth words. Okay. proposing this technology, proposing this digital ID as if it's going to just make everything easier, knowing there's a bigger plan behind it. We're not ignorant. All right, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right. Shalakia. Yeah, so we're not getting caught off guard. We're not falling for the okey doke with Esau Edom and his bullshit. Okay, in his system. We know exactly what's happening. We know the wickedness of these agendas that they have, that they mask with convenience for the people. We know there's dark plans behind, this digital ID. And ultimately, it's about total, complete control of the masses, okay, which will end with the mass implementation of the MOTB, the mark of the beast, okay, prophesied in Revelation 13. All right. Let me get this real quick. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. And it reads, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sit in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right. That is what Esau Edom is trying to do on the planet Earth. Okay. He already puts himself as a ruler of the goddamn world. Okay. He wants to be worshipped. People worship the dollar. People innately worship Esau Edom, this goddamn devil. Okay. By his whole system. All right. So he's trying to now ultimately get complete ownership and rulership of the people, starting with these digital IDs, ending with the mass implementation of the mark. Okay. He wants to put his mark on you. He wants to brand you with that mark. Okay. He wants to put that, he wants to get that incision. Let me get what I had. Let me pull this up. Oh, where'd it go? They're not showing it now. Let's see. Yeah, you see it. It's good enough. A device like oh, there we go. Number 4, they got the little grain of rice thing. All right. They are going to ultimately chip the people, put a physical chip the size of a grain of rice in your hand, your forehead, or wherever the hell they want to put it. All right. To track you, to follow you, to control you. Okay. For total control. This is the mass implementation of the RFID micro C-HIP prophesied in Revelation. Okay. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Again, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped. All right. So that he as God sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Okay. So what he's doing is putting himself in the seat of the Most High, trying to be worshipped like he's the Most High. All right. Nah, what this devil is saying is, I got a better way. God ain't do things right. I got a better way for you. All right. But that's Esau Edom. That's the pride of this devil. And we know pride goeth before a fall, man. And Esau's puffed up and proud. And that fall is gonna be literally biblical. All right. Let me get this last precept. Let me get the main one. All right, because this is where it's all leading to, man. And the slickness of this, well, he's slick, but he ain't slick. You know what I'm saying? This devil is not slick. All right, he is not slick. Revelation 13:16, and ultimately, this is the plan. Okay, of the elites, of this agenda, of the WEF. All right, and all the countries will be on board. All right, this is the plan prophesied in Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. To receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads. Okay? Let's see, it's not letting me open it up. Something similar to what you see right there. Okay? Digital ID is the first step. Next step is the mark. All right? It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay? So you will not be able to do anything without this mark pretty soon, without this RFID to the D micro C hip in your body. Okay? And we are hearing the leading steps, the lead up to it. Well, we're here. We're basically here. We're at the end of 2025, 2026. They're gonna get this digital ID rolling. Fuck around at the end of the year. They're gonna implement this digital, the mark. Okay, mass implementation of it. Right, you got to pay attention to the language that they use. You heard this guy talking. All right, I'm gonna play this one more time and close out.
Wallet. This way to anonymity on social media. In our countries, no one can walk the streets with a mask on their face or drive a car without a license plate. No one can send packages without showing an ID or buy a hunting weapon without giving their name. And yet, we are allowing people to roam freely on social networks without linking their profiles to a real identity. This paving the way for misinformation, hate speech, and cyber harassment, because it is facilitating the use of bots, and it is allowing people to act without being held accountable for their actions.
Real quick. This is their system. The internet. Right? Yahweh Shemar Shai gave them the power to create the internet and do as they will with it. Right? So it's crazy how these devils speak, because what they do is, this is their system, their internet. They know how to run this shit, and they know what's going on. So they're speaking as if it has gotten out of control. This is their another one of their, their devices that they use.
Such an anomaly cannot continue. In a democracy, citizens have the right to privacy, not to anonymity or impunity. Because with those two, social coexistence would be impossible. That is why I believe we must push forward the principle of pseudonymity as the functioning element of social media, and force all these platforms to link every user account to an European digital identity wallet.
And they're going to do it. Apple is already ready. And everybody got an iPhone, right? Apple's already ready, right? They're all going to allow it to happen. And what a ill way to do it, man. Because everybody who got a social media account, they're gonna want to keep their social media account, so they're gonna do it in a heartbeat. All right.
This way, citizens could use nicknames if they want, but in the case of a crime, public authorities will be able to connect those nicknames to real people and hold them responsible. Because accountability is not an obstacle to freedom of speech. It is an essential.
All right. So that's it, man. The mass implementation of Revelation 13 and 16 is coming. We are extremely close to it. All right. The digital ID is the first step. Okay. Next step is the mass implementation, all right, of the mark, the RFID micro C-hip. And you are not to take the mark. If you take the mark, you will be destroyed by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. Allah Shajah, the Lord of terrors. Okay. You will be destroyed. Okay. They're going to tell you you can't eat, you can't buy and sell. Yeah, you won't be able to. And if the Lord ain't with you, you're going to take the mark, because you're going to want to eat and do what you got to do and buy and sell. All right. But if you take that mark, whether the Lord is with you or not, your ass is grass. All right. Bottom line. So that's all I got. And if the Lord is with, the elect is not going to take the mark, but that's the memo. All right. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Call halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. If you get anything from this lesson, please know and understand the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. The name of His only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai. Those are the names we call on now and in that dreadful day. Give me 1 second. Let me get one more precept. Salakia. That's the spirit. We gonna, we gotta edify, man. So let me get this real quick. We ain't got nothing but time. We close to the end. Revelation 3 and 10. It says, this is Yahweh Shah speaking. Yes, he's tweaking. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, so that mass implementation of the MOTB, that decision you're going to have to make, that's the hour of temptation. That's what this precept is talking about. All right. But if you follow Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, if you do what you got to do now for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you follow, okay, to the best of your ability. You love Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai with all your heart. You do what you do. You get locked in with the Lord. Okay. Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Have faith, believe, pray. All right. The Lord will keep you from the hour of temptation. He'll keep you from taking His mark. And what does that mean? He'll keep you. I'll also keep thee from the hour of temptation. He's going to take care of you through it. All right. Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon earth. So everybody's going to be tried. All right. Most of us got kids. Everybody got kids. Some got babies. It's just a lot. It's going to be some serious shit. And a decision that you got to make. But ultimately, if you keep the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you're doing what you got to do, the Lord's going to keep you from the hour of temptation. So that's all I wanted to get, man. I'll close it out there. Again, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakwadash. Shalom to the next one.